There's no sell-by date on the pro-life movement. Hey everyone, this is Kristan Hawkins. Welcome to this Explicitly Pro-Life How to Win This Week episode. Reading current headlines, you could get the impression that the pro-life movement has labored for decades to pass innovative legislation in states like Kansas, Indiana, and South Carolina, only to lose in the final moments. This is what we call political spin, and it's what abortion apologists are using to depress pro-life turnout before these November midterm elections. They think that supporting abortion will be a good distraction from President Biden's clear economic failures. The truth is, it took 5 decades of hard work to end Roe v. Wade's abortion status quo. It took years of strategic planning, education, organization, and a 50-state effort to pass laws aimed at taking down Roe, as well as helping women and their preborn children in a legal environment that blocked early protections. While we hope that building a complete culture of life in America will not take decades more, only the historically uninformed would expect great social change in an instant. The day after President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation freeing the slaves, we didn't have a black president. The day after the 19th Amendment was ratified, giving women the right to vote, we didn't have a female Speaker of the House. Of course, I kind of wish we still didn't. The day after Roe's inhumane ruling that disenfranchised preborn human beings was struck down, we didn't see life protected in law and service in every state of the Union. Looking at you, California. It took 42 years from the 19th Amendment when it was first proposed in Congress to when it was ratified in 1920. Following years of hard work before and after as women fought for a place in society, including in legislatures around the country. And none of those fixes in law fixed all that was broken. And the same could be said for the ongoing effort to abolish abortion. Our nation has made a grave mistake of disenfranchising people because they were perceived as not enough on their own by those in power. And those same prejudices impact the human rights issue of abortion today. This is the job of the pro-life movement, to make the case for humanity of the preborn child, to protect life in law and in service as much as possible, as quickly as possible, wherever possible. To paint pro-life Americans as hypocrites, some will say that those working on behalf of smaller, expedient wins are not living up to pro-life ideals. This fundamentally misunderstands our true goal, which is to fully restore legal protections to preborn humans, not by a certain time, but as a fixed commitment. There is no sell-by date on the pro-life movement. Even in the current moment, as legislators consider limits at 15 weeks, almost 4 months into pregnancy, or when a baby's heart has begun to beat, the debate is on our turf. It's in our territory. Our conversation is not whether to protect life in the womb, but when. Consider President Lincoln's remarks on slavery from a speech in 1859. If we replace the human rights abuse of slavery with the human rights abuse of abortion, Lincoln perfectly summarizes where we are in our fight today. Quote, "I do not wish to be misunderstood upon the subject of slavery in this country. I suppose it may long exist, and perhaps the best way for it to come to an end peacefully is for it to exist for a length of time. But I say that the spread and the strengthening and the perpetuation of it is an entirely different proposition. There we should, in every way, resist it as a wrong, treating it as a wrong, with the fixed idea that it must and it will come to an end."